What is OH? So OH is basically a term where you solve the cube one-handed, and it's not really that hard of solving it, but if you get the hang of it, it's just like the same thing as you solve the cube two-handed. And if you practice a lot, then you might get times like this or even faster. So the things you need to know for starting OH is first you need to know how to solve the cube. Second, learn CFOP because it is really hard to solve it with beginners, and CFOP has a lesser move count, and yeah, it's kind of better to have the faster method of solving. So I say that you learn CFOP first. And third thing is you can use anything for starting OH. There's no limit. There you don't have to buy anything. Just you need a cube and that's it. So first let's go to what cube you need. That is not really necessary, but if you're looking for a cube, I say that you buy a budget cube because budget cubes are really good. So mine is the MF3 RS, and this turns pretty great. And this is the magnetic version, like the premium service. So the size of the cube should be should like not compulsory, but I say you buy a cube with 54 millimeters. So this is 54 millimeters. Some cubes are 56, and there's not actually that much. Just if you have smaller hands, then buy the 54 millimeters. It is really good. And for OH now, the only thing you need to learn for OH is no algorithms, only finger tricks. You may learn some algorithms later, but not really now, but like once you get faster, like once you're like sub 30 with OH. But now just focus on finger tricks because that is the main part of OH. So I'll just show you one. So if you get these two finger tricks right, you can basically get the whole cube into a solved state with one-handed. So the first trick is so the hand, if you want to use the hand, you can either use your right hand. It's upon your choice. I am a righty, but I use my lefty because it is easier to use R. It is easy to do R and U moves. So like it's kind of easy to do R and U moves. But first move you want to learn is R, or right layer. So you want to use your pinky for this. So the grip is you put your thumb on like the center and the corner of the bottom left, and the index finger on the top layer, middle finger on the middle layer, and a ring finger just anywhere you want. It may be floating or with the middle finger. I keep it floating because I'll tell you later in the video. But so first thing is you want to learn R, and you can use your pinky for that. So this is the grip I use. So my index finger over here, my middle finger on the middle there, and my pinky on over here. So you want to push from the back ahead, so that can cause a right moves. So like that. So you put it in place and then you push. This might be a little hard at the starting because your pinky feels like a little weak at the start, but once you get the hang of it, it's really easy. Pause the video and you may try it yourself. And then comes the hard right one, which is R prime. So R prime is actually really hard to do at the start, but if you get the hang of it, it's just like easy. And first you put your, instead of your pinky behind, you put it over here, so it comes on the bottom right corner, and then you push behind. At start you feel like it's gonna slip like that, but once your pinky gets stronger, it feels like, yeah, it feels like you're doing a lot of effort, but it's kind of easy. And this is actually the hardest move set if you're doing it with your left hand. But I told before that why you should keep your ring finger floating, because if you want to do R2, you just can't go and move your pinky 2 times. That can use a lot of time, but if you use like the pinky and ring, it can cause like, it can make a U2 move, which is also really easy. And then comes for the U2 moves. The U moves. So U moves you can use with your index, which is how you use normally. And for U prime, you use like, you put it in front of the piece and then you push back, or you can use the push from behind, so like that. So yeah, I think this is pretty better because you get like a faster grip. And for U2, you can use the same thing, the index and middle finger. So yeah, and if you want to do like D and L moves, you just, rotating on the Z layer is pretty easy, because you don't have, in unlike this you need to like rotate the entire, you need to regrip, but in this you can just spin it like a axle going in between. So if like this, and so the right one is your green and the white is my top. And if you want to do a left move, you can just rotate a Z rotation and then do the left moves with your index. And if you even want to do the D, if you want to do L and D moves, you can do the same. Just rotate the cube like Z2 times, I guess. Z2, I guess, but so Z2 is like this. Z2 is like the front and back axis, if you don't know, in just in case. But this is really easy, and you can really get practice with one hand. And for B moves, B and F moves, this is a kind of advanced version. So if you want to learn, if you have done with learning, mastering the RU moves, and so this is the advanced. If you keep your ring floating, you can also use it for D moves. So RUDL comes really helpful. So I'm doing it with my ring, and it's really easy. And then you have F moves. F moves are kind of hard on this because the thumb is actually on the top layer, and doing an F move is pretty hard. Like if you want to do an F, you have to kind of do it like that. You have to put your thumb, you have to hold it by with this grip, and then you have to push by your thumb, which is not convenient, I think. But I just cube rotate to do an F, and that's pretty that is much faster. But if you want to do an F prime, it's pretty easy. So you can just do it with like your F, your thumb goes to the bottom left corner and you push up. So that is all like the notations of how to do it. So basically you just need to learn more finger tricks, and these also might be helpful in your 3x3 solves with 200. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.